Good morning, my dear friends. I'm Rehan Mukherjee. I'm going to school. I'm going to do my study. I'm going to examination hall, and I will meet after come back from school. Okay. Look, my dear friends. I'm Rehan Mukherjee. I'm going to come back from school. I'm taking bath and I'm going to take my lunch. I will show you. Okay. Okay, my dear friends. I'm come back from school. I'm complete my study, my exam. Look, my good afternoon, my dear friends. Look, this is my lunch. I am eating dal rice, and I will meet after eating. I will meet. Okay. And say some nature. Look, this is my nature. Look, this is so many dogs in outside. Look, this is my bedroom. Look, this is my lunch. I am eating dal rice. Okay, my dear friends, I will meet after eating. Look, my dear friends, I am complete my lunch and I am going to taking some rest. I will meet in my study. I will show you my study, my reading, writing with my teacher. I will show you my teacher. Okay. Look, my dear friends, I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am going to doing my study. I will show you some nature. Look, this is my outside nature. Look, this is my bedroom. Look, this is my bedroom. And look, I am going to match a 9. Look. Look, I am going to measure 9 because my teacher is come in my house. So I am going to do my study. Look, this is my outside nature. And look, this is my measure 9. Look, this is my teacher. Look, this is my outside nature. Look, this is my teacher. And look, this is my study. Okay, my dear friends, I will meet after doing my study. I will show you my reading chapters and writing handwriting. Okay, after doing. Okay, friends, I will meet after doing. Look, my dear friends, I am complete my study. Look, this is my writing. Look. Look. This is my writing. Look, this is my writing. Look, this is my handwriting. Look, this is my writing. Look, this is my writing. Okay, my dear parents, I complete my studies. Look, my dear parents, I am complete my study. My teacher is going his house and I am going to taking some rest. I will meet in my Bengali study. I will show you my Bengali study and yoga live class. Okay? Okay. Good evening, my dear friends. I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am going to doing my Bengali study. Look, this is my evening lecture. Look, this is my Bengali study and I will meet after doing my Bengali. I will meet after doing Bengali. I will show you my Bengali writing and reading. Okay? Okay. Look, my dear friends, I am complete my Bengali study. Look, I am writing Hindi, Dadi, Mooch. Dadi banane ko razor. Look. Look, saga pasap. Saga pasap. Look. Ball, ball, bot, bot. Talvez busu. Ba chal mudhana pachan. Okay, my dear friends, I am complete my Bengal study and I am going to doing my yoga class in this room. Okay, my dear friends, I will meet after doing my yoga class. Okay. Look, my dear friends, I am complete my yoga class and I am going to eating my dinner. I will showing my dinner. Okay. Look, my dear friends, this is my dinner. I am eating roti, chicken and sweet. I will show you some nature. Look, this is my outside nature. Look, this is my outside nature. Look. Look, look, this is my dinner. I am eating. Okay, my dear friends, I will meet tomorrow. Okay, good night. Tata. Bye bye.